my channel. My name is Andrea. I hope you're having a wonderful day today, because today we're going to start the journey that is getting your dual citizenship process. I'm going to be honest, guys, it is a journey. It took me over 6 months to get mine. Oh no, to even get an appointment. And then starting the process was a whole other thing, which I have a story time coming out next week, so subscribe to see. Also subscribe to see more content about this. Any questions, comments, and concerns you got, I'm your girl. I also am going to start creating a playlist, so keep it out here or in the description on updates, questions, comments, or concerns, and as well as other things you might need to know, as well as getting the other documents like your driver's license in Mexico or getting your right to vote, how to get your ID over there. I am going to start those journeys, and honestly, I hope you come along with me. A quick background on myself before we get started. My name is Andrea. I'm Mexican American. I was born in the United States. I never grew up going to Mexico. I grew up speaking Spanish, but I have a lot of family where they did not, and they're still interested in this process. So you're Mexican enough. You know, it's never too late to learn the language and the culture. And also, guys, honestly, I have so many cool adventures that where I went to Mexico, where it's actually insane that I've lived past this, you know, as in driving to Mexico, taking a bus across state lines, you know, going to Mexico by myself, you know, that's crazy. I've never thought I'd do that as a girl, you know, as well as, you know, getting stopped at the border and trying to get hustled. It's a learning experience always with this country, and I made it through all of them. So subscribe to also see more adventures. A little sneak peek of one is right now.
My first solo adventure. Aquí ando caminando el pueblo de la laguna. ¿Esto qué se llama? Bueno, aquí ando cerca del jardín.
So what is dual citizenship? Dual citizenship is basically the process of me being a citizen and national of two countries. Yeah, it's pretty fun. There are some downsides like double taxation, complex compliance with the two sets of laws, potential restrictions on certain careers or government positions. But as I'm going to be someone, I have no interest in the military or like government positions, so, you know, tread lightly, you know? So why should you get your dual citizenship? To be honest, guys, it's a beautiful resource and a privilege, especially if you look in the aspect of like a lot of our, you know, we're Mexican, a lot of us are born in America or come to America at a young age, and we kind of lose a bit of our like culture and our literal like language. It's kind of it's devastating to see, which is why again I'm gonna mention you're Mexican enough. You know, you don't have to speak the language, you don't have to know the culture, because you're able to learn it no matter what age you are. Some quick things you need to know is that your mom is prioritized in any cases. If both your parents are Mexican citizenship, mom is the one that actually gives you it for your dual citizenship, Mexico-wise. You gotta make sure all your names match on all your documents, birth dates, anything spelling. Make sure it all matches. Even when you do the appointment, everything matches. So make sure double check everything like very, very good. And as well as in certain cases, you'll need to double check that like dates matter, because I have a family friend who for some reason their mom's Mexico birthday is different from their American birthday, and since they had two different birthdays, that discrepancy messed up the process and they could not find the Mexico parent in the system. So if you have things different from Mexico versus America, always go the Mexican direction. So depending on your parents' age, it also depends on how you can get some of these documents. Like my father's original birth certificate was handwritten. It kind of looks something like this. Honestly, a lot more messier and just kind of illegible. It was not the best thing. And because it was from a small town, that was the only one he had, you know, so when he was born with. And his mother had to go to the capital of Mexico, because that's where my father was born. She had to get a new one. So this is also like a link you can use to look up if it's a record. They say you can print it, but I suggest just double checking that your parents' birth certificate is under this name and like where they were born, and you can just keep trying. Because I found my father under this website. It was a good resource to know that they have the resource in Mexico. And yeah, another thing is this is a really important document. You need this the day of your appointment. They tried to deny me my dual citizenship because I didn't have the proper one. I just had a different version of this one. This was the version I had, which honestly just said the same things, just looked a little differently. But yeah. Your requirements for the birth registration. You need to fill out this application, obviously, to register. So your requirements for your birth registration, you obviously need your Mexican parent present. If they are unfortunately have passed away or deceased, you will need their death certificate. You will also need your long version American birth certificate. So this one, something along the lines. Every state in like hospital where you're born in differs. So make sure you have like the accurate one. Longest is the location, time, date you were born, as well as the Mexican parent. Like for my father, obviously he didn't give birth to me. He was still present on the birth certificate. His first name, last name, and country of origin, which is Mexico, which I didn't know until I actually got into this process. You also need your identification, as in like state ID, passport, or like they say student credential, but we want to stay safe and put the government documents. You also need your parents' marriage certificate if they are married. I don't know exactly why, but in my case, my parents were, so I just brought it. They didn't make a big deal out of it, but they were like, all right, cool. You know, you also need your Mexican parents' birth certificate, which looks something like this. You also need two IDs of your parent, whether it's like their Mexican passport, their INE, their driver's license. But my father, he just had his birth certificate and his passport in our case. You also must bring all the original documents or they will not do anything. They're like, no, get out. You know, if they're nice, they will make you a new appointment, but in most cases, they're not. On the day of the appointment, you should stay in the consulate for approximately 2 hours. You should also consider this. They might like make you sit down, call you back, or say you're done and you leave, and then they'll call you to come back. I don't know how that exactly worked. Honestly, for me, the process took exactly 2 hours. So yeah, your birth to get your dual citizenship, like your birth registered, the first copy is free, and then after that, it costs $19 as of February 2025. Yeah.
I also forgot to mention, after you get all that paperwork in order, you will then need to use this website right here. Right, it'll also be linked down below in the description, where you can make an account, and after you make an account, then you can make an appointment. For the Chicago Consulate, which is the one I went to, you have to go every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. and hopefully make the account in advance, and then Tuesday 9 a.m. you should apply to make the appointment. And if you guys have any questions or comments or concerns, I should have a video coming out soon because they actually just updated the website, and my old TikTok, which will also be in the description on how to make an account, will also be there. So let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns. Thank you so much for watching this video. And I'm sorry if it was a little messy because I filmed it obviously late at night and I wanted to get out this Wednesday. So make like, bears, and jam.